the national scene. Injuries with Duke, injuries with Michigan State with injuries, and we're getting close to tournament time.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you.
Right.
How will these injuries affect the folks that, smarter than us, the folks that decide which teams get in and the seeding?
Well, I don't think they'll impact, because those teams are so high up on the totem pole, I don't think they'll impact that much. Maybe a spot or two, but not a slot or two. I think Duke's on the first line as a 1 seed somewhere. They may not be the number one seed. They may be the 3rd or the 4th, but they're still a number 1 seed.
Still number 1.
Yeah, I think Michigan State's still going to be a 3rd or a 4th seed, no matter what, even though they've lost their center. They played well enough. They've shown since that they've, they're still a viable top seed in the NCAA tournament. The question is, can these teams go as far as people anticipate without Zion Williamson, for example, at Duke, who speculation is he'll be back at some point this week. If he's not back this week, then I think that'll raise some red flags. Maybe or maybe not justifiably so, depending on if Duke is just saying, hey, we're going to hold him out for the ACC tournament, or if the injury, the knee injury, was only marginal, and because he was walking around at the Syracuse game, he was not in a boot, he was not in a brace or anything.
But you've seen guys walk off the court and they end up in a cast or end up injured.
Right. You don't know, you don't know for sure. Pain threshold and all that is different for everybody. What did or did not swell up today may or may not swell up tomorrow.
Right.
All those kind of things. He could be fine and make a misstep going to class innocently enough, and all of a sudden you got another problem. So all those things come into play, but I think in the main, I think he plays. I think he's going to play. I think he's going to impact, and I think as you go forward, it'd be much more of an issue earlier. I'd probably be more inclined to see them lose an ACC tournament game while he's maybe rehabbing than be an early upset victim in the NCAA tournament game, if that makes sense. Might be just the opposite with Michigan State.
Well, let's not get it twisted. If they're going to win an NCAA title, Zion Williamson
he got to play. He has
to play.
Yeah,
if he doesn't play, then it's up for grabs.
Yeah, you see how limited Duke is without him. And when I say limited, I mean they're still strong, but their three-point shooting is hot and cold. Their it factor is kind of missing. They've missed the guy that you kind of look around. Okay, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Well, it's always been, where's Zion? Get the ball. Well, if he's not there or he's not 100%, then that becomes, basketball is such a delicate game in that regard in terms of who's hot, who's not, who you relying on. That all those things become, bigger as the season and the stakes get higher and higher.